Shalom, everybody. Ariel Tzadok here from the KosherTorah School, found online at www.koshertorah.com. It is 27th of February, 2020. In our Torah portion cycle, we are at the reading of the Parsha called Terumah, which outlines for us the Ark of the Covenant. And of course, whenever we have a discussion about the Ark of the Covenant, we have to, at least I have to, reveal the real secrets of the one true Ark. People don't understand really what the Ark was. We have it described very well. It was a box of wood surrounded with a lot of gold, and it was put in the Holy of Holies. We know that. You've seen the famous description of it, of course, in Steven Spielberg's movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. That movie is what has brought the Ark to the public imagination. But what most people do not realize is the secret of the one true Ark is what exactly its function was. First off, it is very clear from the Gemara, as reading from the Bible itself, there were actually two Arks of the Covenant. Moses had one before the one that was built by Bezalel. Bezalel, of course, is commanded in this week's Torah portion, in Exodus, to build the ark in accordance to that which he will be shown. The implication is that there's already a pre-existing ark. This is not the ark of Moses. This is the ark in what we call heaven. Now, let's again be careful with terms. Heaven is not of this earth. Not of this earth means it's non-terrestrial. That which is non-terrestrial is extraterrestrial. I know many of you more religious types don't like that word, but that's just too bad. When we're going to talk about the one true Ark, we have to start identifying true realities. That which we call heaven is not some fantastical, mystical place. It is clearly, definitively, a place not of this earth. It is an extraterrestrial location. Whether it's an actual planet in physical space or a parallel dimension, why argue that? Can't prove one way or another. And who's to say there's a real difference between the two? When we speak of heavens like Zevul or Aravot, in which the heavenly Holy of Holies is, or where Michael serves as the high priest. Some say it's Metatron, but the Gemara says Michael, doesn't matter. Where are these places? What's going on there? That we can't answer, but we can answer this. Our ark on earth connected with that ark. It was a communications device. And the way it worked was in conjunction with a number of things. The breastplate of the high priest, which had the stones, the gemstones on it. The special Urim and Tumim, which no one knows what is, which was inserted in the breastplate. Some people say it was just the name of God. This is just such a silly statement. Why? Because we tend to believe, when we ascribe to religion, magic. We think things happen like hocus pocus magic. No. All the things in the Torah are a level of spiritual technology that we don't yet understand. Let's use the better word, extraterrestrial technology that we don't understand. The high priest would learn specific tonal types of chants. This is the type of stuff we teach in Sefer Yetzirah. And these somehow, the chanting, the sound, the vibrations would activate with the stones in his breastplate, somehow in connection with the Urim and Tumim, which somehow activated this whole thing. And it connected to the Ark of the Covenant. And upon the Ark was the actual, tangible, what we call Kavod Glory. We don't know what that is, of God. We know that it's an actual energetic force and nothing symbolic. Why? Because when Nadav and Abihu, later in another Torah portion, come close, they are burned. The description of the nature of their deaths makes it sound like an electrocution. So somehow the ark was alive. That called Kavod of God, this presence was actual energetic. It was intelligent, sentient energy. It interacted with the high priest and would communicate with the high priest in the language of what we call the angels, which is mind-to-mind communication. That was how the word of God was received. But there was the sounds. The breastplate would vibrate. It would create sounds like the voice of God. And this is the secret of the relationship of the voice of God, which is just total sound, and the word of God, which is the psychic telepathic interpretation, reception of that tonal sound. This was the function of the Ark of the Covenant. When the Ark of the Covenant was taken out of Jerusalem, it was removed off the face of the earth. We have a true Masorah tradition that the prophet Jeremiah had it removed to the, in quote, cave of Moses. Most people think that the cave of Moses is in Mount Nebo in Jordan. But we have an ancient tradition, and I've documented this before, that Moses himself, through underground passages, was taken and relocated to Hebron to rest with the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and of course Adam and Eve. 5 patriarchs, 5 wives, the harmony of the 10. This is the place where the Ark of the Covenant was then taken to what we believe to be the hollow inner earth. And it is there active to this day in the function of, in the hands of priests from the lost tribes, what we call them. Now you're going to say, oh, this is all imagination, this is wild stuff. And you're right, it is wild stuff. But you have to recognize, if your limitation of religion is only what you read in a book here and there, you have no connection to the true one Ark, and very possibly not to the even true one Torah. There are many, many secrets in our Torah. And in a small little video like this, I put together a whole bunch of stuff. You can go on to my website, KosherTorah.com, look at the essays that I have available for you, free for the public. I document many of the different source materials of this, that you can go and research these things for yourself. And of course, if you want, you take courses in which we teach the meditative techniques to help you experience these things for yourselves. Why bother listening to what I or anyone else has to say? Talk is cheap. Actions are what to talk. Understand now, when we talk about the secrets of the one true Ark, people say, well, there are other Arks. Yeah, that's true. For example, in Ethiopia, they have that one church where they believe that the Ark is located. They very well might have a duplicate Ark. How do you know it's only a duplicate? Well, what do you think would happen if you went up and touched it? You think you'd drop dead? I'm sure they believe you would. But the fact that it's present in a building and it's not electrically grounded and it's not connected to the Urim and the Tumim verifies and validates that this is not the one true Ark. Might be a duplicate dating back from temple times, and there might be others. You've heard of the old rumors that the Knights Templar have dug up an Ark on the Temple Mount and had it removed out of the Holy Land. Some say they brought it to France, to Europe, the old legends there in the Le Chateau area and all that. And then others claim that with the wars of the last 20th century, it was somehow brought to the United States. Sounds like the Steven Spielberg movie. Stranger things have happened than that, you should know. There are true secrets, many of which we cannot reveal, and I most certainly will not relate. But if you want clues to the truth, go see what my peers have to say, reading from their books. Very nice. And then check out our KosherTorah.com website. See what I have to offer you. Check out the courses that I have for you. Learn for yourselves. See with your own eyes, both these in your head and those inside your soul. Learn for yourselves the true secrets of the one true Ark. Learn about it, and then take the meditative steps to see and experience. Yes, the Ark is gone. It is removed from our hands. The way of the high priest is gone, removed from our hands. But the ways of ascent have never been taken away from us. Prophetic ascent is still in our hands, waiting for you. Ariel Tzadok here from the KosherTorah School. Looking forward to working with you online.